ask, I can guarantee 100%, this is probably the worst way to play this. This is probably the worst way anybody could play this. Or at least not the worst way, but like, there are better people who have mastered their rigs better, or when I say rigs, one, they're probably playing with a Joy controller instead of like the Joy-Cons in this thing, because immediately these things, or at least my versions of them, get faulty. There'll be times where I'm like playing down near my knees or near my gut, away from the console, and then all of a sudden the things just start getting weird. Like, I might be able to catch it. Let's just start the game. So there's my outfit now, but let's go to menu, because this is the best way for me to kind of show off what I'm good with. Zoom in. I could test. Alright, so when you're starting out the game, the end zappers are going to be your best friend. You're going to get this one, which is the end zap 85. That one can shoot long distance, has the suction bombs, and the self-defense. That's probably one of the best bets, to just kind of learn how to practice long distance stuff. So let's go into test fire so I can show you motion controls. First off, what I use motion controls for is up and down. Basically, you have the motion controls for up and down, and then slight alterations left and right. There's a couple other people who are able to master that. But first off, so when you're starting your match, get yourself like situated where it's comfortable. Where you want your hands to go. Like right here, this is how I'm going to be playing, because you want to have it at a point where your hands are not uncomfortable, and then you see how my squid's like pointing down? You just press Y. I mean, that's what teaches that you just press Y in order to get it recalibrated, and that way you're playing with your controllers at a comfortable spot. Character moves around with this button. R is essentially your quick rotate, and I just use light taps on R in order to get that to go back and forth and around. Let's see how clear that is on the screen. So this is me without having to do much controls. You're just essentially moving back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, so the first thing you want to do is with end zap. The end zap is one of the easiest ones you can get a hang on right away. Why do I like the suction bombs? Well, one, I like the bombs in general, because what most people do, so they'll go up, throw a bomb, and then kind of find a way to get out. Like, I should have been called this earlier. So let's say, like, you're going, like, there's a person, go run, nah, and then hope they get killed. Like I said, my timing is terrible. I've never been good at timing this shit. Because there'll be somebody out there who knows how to, like, kick your ass real good. And I run out of ink very quickly, because I just want to, like, hold the button and shoot. But here's the nice thing. So you hold the button and shoot, I missed it. But then, you have to remember that your special up here always recharges your ink. So maybe let's see if I can... Let's change weapons to... another one people like to use that is like right away is this one. So we could probably try that one too. I'm gonna set the map. So you can see with this one, it's got about the same, it's got more of a distance. Anyway. The difference between the end zap is that the end zap has a straight distance. This one spreads out a bit over time. As you can see some of how you gotta consider that. Oh, here is these guys. They can't get me. They don't even see me coming. I'm gonna get this guy again. Oh, I'm running out of ink. Guess what? You can do this. Now, for the record, some people have really figured out how to master this one. I hate it. Because, if anything, you can kind of use it as a quick giveaway. But if you didn't see there, I mean, if you have any principle of going into the game, they leave like a little mask where you're going to be teleporting back to. So the logic, the best to use that one is to hide somewhere where they are very unlikely going to find you. Which would be like right here. Activate the trigger and then come over here and blast. But yeah, this is another one where the bomb is like, woo, I could just throw that in there, run away. A lot better than suction bombs. Suction bombs work great and I could probably change weapons. Oops. Let's change weapons to a suction bomb. So you were using the arrow spray. This is okay. I mean, it is... If somebody's saying it's a noob thing, then it's because... Well, let's probably reset the map so you can kind of see the difference. They call it a noob spray because you can see your reticles on the very end like that, where the light... It's because it doesn't go that far, and it has a wider distance. So it's almost perfect for turf wars when you're actually turfing your turf. Covering your turf. But otherwise, for killing people, you have to get... Just think about it. You have to get up this close to get the same amount of damage that the end zap could do. Okay, so let me show you the difference between both end zaps. So, I love this end zap the most. And I can go over here and I'll show you, because I showed you the distance. So you can kind of see where the little reticles are, which means that there's that much of a distance for, like, just the... You have your center, you're not on your center. So, right now I'm at my center. No, I'm not. There. You can kind of see it go up. You will be shooting front and center. But if you're just kind of, like, not front and center, it'll, like, give an extra width. And this is perfect for color, you know, just doing your turf in general. But when you want a straight shot, make sure that your reticle is right in the middle like that. So this one's one of my favorite ones, as I said, so I'm just gonna shoot my ink until I'm empty. So I'm killing all these guys. I'm not barely charging up anything. Oh, I'm out of ink, guess what? I can go over here, fire my lasers, and then go off and then keep shooting, because, oh, this guy popped up again. It's like, okay. Okay, so this is the end zap that's orange. This one's kind of fun because you got these guys, and a lot of people call them, you know, stupid things. I'm okay with them because, much like any bomb, the reason that you throw a bomb at somebody is just to get them away from you. And so, like, if they're coming at you, the idea is to throw a bomb to be able to get them to just, like, leave you the fuck alone. And then some people are daring, like, they don't care. Like, they're totally aware of that tactic. They will come at you. It's like, well, you threw a bomb? Yeah, I have a chance to still splat you anyway, and so they'll do it. This one's pretty good, the Neo Splash-O-Matic. If you can, like... I can probably show you the problems with this one I have versus the MZAP. It is a complete straight shot, but I think my main problems with it are just, like, the bomb combination. And there's people who can get this thing to work really amazing. But I think it's another one of those ones where I don't like using it because I have to get up real close to get any good damage on people. Also, like, the sub is basically this, or the main weapons is just a bunch of splatter shots. It can work, it's fine. I imagine this is probably, if you want to migrate, if you get a chance to get this weapon, just pick it up in general, because you never know if you're going to need it. And then, like I said, you can see how far it shoots, with the little red lines down over there. What else? Okay, so let's change weapons to so that one's a fine one to pick up. This one's the Splash Shot Junior, probably fine to pick up too. Another good one to pick up is either one of these forged splatter shots. Splatter Shot Pro, which is fine. You could make that work because the ink storm is good. It's not my favorite because this one's my favorite. I'm just gonna stand here at the line. See if you're over there, you can see how far it goes. It's like just the farthest weapon you have, and they did like boost it from the first game, so the fire rate wasn't nearly as good, and that is the only problem with this thing. So you can get, like, you don't have to be very close at all to be able to get people killed with this thing. That's awesome. The ults are pretty good because it's got the bombs. Like I said, I like bombs. Your ult is your bomb. Your super is this. And with this weapon, it's awesome because all you have to do is just, like, from a distance, shoot these things, and then somebody will be walking there and they'll be getting in the way. So this is the smartest weapon for all the setup. The bombs, though, are the thing that kill it, because these splatter shot bombs, or these sticky bombs, will suck out your ink, and this weapon sucks out ink. So let me show you. Let's reset the map. So I'm firing away, I have enough to shoot a bomb, but guess what? I'm immediately out of ink. So if you have trigger fingers like me, you're going to be shooting, throwing bombs, like, oh, they're coming at me and throw a bomb. Like, oh, I can't throw a bomb, I have no ink for a bomb. And then all of a sudden, I'm out of ink for that. So, you really, if you're gonna get good at this weapon, you need clothes that can save, let me see if well, I'm not in the menu to do that. But you need clothes and with special abilities that can save on ink. So, like, pretty much you're gonna have to, like, 3-shot ink in order to get this one to work, because without that, you're gonna be noticing yourself running out of ink quicker than anyone else. And this is also one where all I have to do is just, like, shoot my ult really quick, and then I can hit people away from me. I love that. The bubbles are pretty fun. I didn't like them at first, but I like them now. Alright, so let's change weapon. Another good one is the Jet Squelcher, which I can go over here and show you. This one's the second. This one is actually the longest shooter. But here's the problem with it. It has a slower firing rate, and sometimes accuracy. Like, they're gonna know you have a long-ass weapon before they can get you. And the only way that you'll be able to kill them is, you know, they just weren't paying attention. So this one is called the Jet Squelcher. Everybody uses it. This is pretty pro if you're able to get that. Let's see. So you say, oh, so I'm gonna show you this trick. This has pros and cons. This is essentially, so if you want to get long distance, it takes about 3 shots if you're accurate to kill somebody. And what I'm doing with this is essentially just like tap, 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 tap on the fire. Because that first shot will be the longest shot. Your smallest shots after that are usually good for up and close stuff. But the problem is that you still have to deal, if you're doing up and close things, so you can, there's that half second, so I'm going to show you over here too. Yeah, one more time. There's that half second in between it, where if they're firing at me, it's going to be a problem. The foil squincher, that's a good one. I mean, I like it. Did I explain the subs on that? That's another one where, much like the Forge, it's got the bombs, but then it's got the bubbler. And this one's great because you can use the bubbler. That first shot is such a long distance. It's pretty dang cool. Alright. Okay, so this Luna Blaster, I don't know if I want to get too much on Luna Blasters right now. This is pretty much great because it's all you have to do is go up to them right in their face and get them. This one also has a sub-bomb, and it's got the ball roller thing. Like this. Here's the problem though with this Luna Blaster. Slow as shit. It's great though, because then I can now show you this one, which is the Flash Blaster Neo, and you get this at level 30, and everybody hates you for it. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. I have some. Well, I'm not naive. I understand completely. Let's change the map. Reset. Because there's videos explaining why this weapon, why people hate this weapon. Alright, so. I'm just gonna go all the way out until I'm out of ink. You can see how many shots you get until you're out of ink. And then. Let me explain why I like this weapon. And besides just the rapid firing rate blaster. So we're gonna go up to this person here. Takes 2 shots. Actually, what I'm gonna tell you now is that when you're playing up against other squids, it takes about 3 to 4. Sometimes, depending on what type of person they are. The smartest thing about this, and the smartest thing without all blasters, is that you don't need to fire at somebody directly to kill them. Like the Lunar Blaster, I showed you that you can go up and go blap on them, like that. But with the blasters, the best thing to do is that when you know somebody's out of your reach, all you have to do is just hit them from the side, and it takes a couple longer hits. But they get dead, like, they don't know how to get away from that. And a few of these guys know how to get away from it, like, they're, because when you introduce a weapon, there are people who go out of the way to learn, like, well, okay, well, how do I get better from fighting this thing? So I'm like, oh, they learn how to do it. I'm gonna explain a few of them in a bit. So let me explain to you, like, why I personally love this weapon. once the match starts. Ah, just set this thing up. Follow this. And that's essentially it. Like, I love this thing. And I love having the ability to do this. I haven't explained why. That's like the one bomb I haven't been able to explain best, but like, you don't have to ink anything. If your idea is just to go out there, cover turf, get the fuck out, you have set yourself up to be able to go anywhere you need to go because of those things. I love the curling bombs. The curling bombs have been the best addition to Splatoon. I didn't think I understood them that great, but they're so much better than I thought. Like, I love Nerf. How can I explain it? So let me reset ink, and I'm going to go back to the Lunar Blaster to show you the difference. Okay, so first off, let me ink over here. So you can see how far that goes. So I was standing here. Okay, it's a little bit back. So let's go to, let's see, let's get the Lunar Blaster here. Okay, so I only have a couple blasters. I picked the best blasters I like. So you can see there's a Rapid Blaster Deco, it has a Suction Bomb. I don't like that ability. This one's pretty good because it's got the Suction Bomb and that. But this is another issue where, unless you have like a lot of ink savers on your clothing, that's going to really suck. Let's just get the Lunar Blaster, so I can show you the distance. So the Lunar Blaster is equal to this, I would say. It has a shorter range. It is definitely slower. Yeah, they make the Deco just a little bit longer of a distance than the Lunar Blaster, and everybody hates it for that. I'm gonna change to this one, which I was able to get early on. Show you this one for a bit. This one goes a lot farther. Goes about there. And then we'll just do the last one. We'll blow up blasters and I'll edit this video a bit. And then maybe I'll come back with some in-map thing. This one's the longest one, but I feel the reason I don't use this one that often is just because the firing is so slow. Like, here, you can see from the side. Somebody's gonna come down. Like, I'm trying to kill that person up there. This guy is up here. This guy down here is gonna come and get me immediately. So, clearly, that other blaster is the better blaster. Even though that these ones are a lot more fair to use. Yeah, you leave yourself open so easily with some of these other blasters. You got bombs, and then you got this, so I'm gonna show you over here. Just keep in mind, too, that the bottom also covers turf too, so this is actually a pretty good weapon to use like at the last moment, the last 30 seconds or anything, just so you can kind of get that extra coverage as you're flying along. But you can see when you leave yourself, like, you know, I hid back here, I went all the way over here, like, my super was almost done. So I'm gonna get quit. I don't have time to talk about rollers, because I never use them. And then I'll come back and I'll record a video about playing the match, some of my stuff, just so you can kind of understand more of the motion control stuff. So, we got it. Thank you.